the mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. I'm brushing up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my roar. Thus far, rather an inspiring thing. Oh, I just can't wait.
Hey, fifth grade, this is Miss Harvey, and it is Wednesday, April 8th, and we are going to do some grammar together. So for today's extra credit challenge, you just heard a song from a very popular animated movie. The lucky person who is fourth to email me the name of the movie that song is from is going to get 1 extra credit point on their grammar today. So lucky number 4, meaning the fourth person to email me today, the answer to this question is going to get that extra credit. What is the name of the movie that the song I just played is in? Email me now if you think you have the answer, and if you're number 4 to email me, then you'll be the one to get the extra credit points. For today, you should have another tab open with your grammar packet for April 8th, and you should have a piece of scratch paper and a writing utensil ready to do the work with the video. Pause the video here and grab those things if you don't have them. So today we are going to be talking about commas in a series. And we have an example that is going to help us figure out the rules for punctuation in a series. Our example sentence here is, we're going to the beach on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want you to take a second look at this example sentence, and I want you thinking about a couple of things. Where do you see the commas in this sentence? And what job do they do in the sentence? And when you're thinking about that, I want you to think of 2 rules that you could make up in order to help yourself always know when to put commas in a series. Take a second look at that sentence, pause the video here, and think about that now. I'd love to hear what you guys noticed when you went back over the example sentence. Wow, that was really insightful. So here are some of the things that I noticed. I noticed that commas are used to separate a list of items or a series of items. For example, if we use this sentence that we were given, I know that this subject went to the beach on 3 separate days: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those 3 separate days are a list of items or a series of items. So the writer used commas to separate those items so that we knew they were all individual. They didn't go to the beach on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not one day. They went to the beach on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So because they used commas to separate these items, we don't think that they just made up an 8th day of the week called Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We know that this sentence is trying to communicate that they went to the beach 3 separate times: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The second thing I notice is that the comma goes after each separate item in the series, and it tells the reader when to pause, kind of like what I just explained. If this sentence didn't have commas, we would read it as, we're going to the beach on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But instead, the commas tell us when to pause, so that we know that there are 3 separate times we're going to the beach. We're going to the beach on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to use these 2 rules to help us with the rest of our packet. In the rest of the worksheet, we need to add punctuation to the series of words or items. So we're going to be working on applying what we just talked about to these example sentences. Right now, I want you to go ahead and try numbers 1 through 9 independently. And then you're going to come back to this video and we'll talk about them a little bit. Pause the video here and do that now. Okay, so you're continuing this video if you tried numbers 1 through 9 already. If you didn't already try them independently, pause the video again and go ahead and do that. So, in the sentence below, we needed to add punctuation to the series or words or phrases. One thing that I noticed was a helpful strategy is if after I read the sentence, before I tried to add commas in, I really thought about what is it that is the list of items or the series of items in this sentence. So let's do number 1 as an example. Number 1 says, on our road trip, we left the suburbs, malls, and cities behind. So first I thought about, okay, what's the subject of this sentence? It's we. This sentence is talking about what this group, we, did. So they left the suburbs, malls, and cities behind. And I know that suburbs, malls, and cities are 3 separate items, but reading the sentence the way it is right now, it doesn't sound like it. And that's because there are no commas that are separating the list of items. So, as a strategy, I first thought about what is this sentence talking about? What is the subject? And then, what is it explaining about that subject to help me figure out where the items or the list of items are in the sentence? So where do you think I should add in the commas in order to make this sentence, number 1, grammatically correct, but also to make sure that I am separating the list of items? Yup, I should add one after suburbs. You're right, I should add another after malls. And that's showing me that they left the suburbs, the malls, and the cities behind. Those are the 3 items. Let's try number 2. Everyone talks, laughs, and relaxes. What's the subject here? You're right, it's talking about everyone. So what is this sentence explaining about everyone? Well, it's explaining that everyone talks, laughs, and relaxes. But it doesn't sound like these are separate items because it doesn't have the proper punctuation. We need to add in the comma so that we know to pause. Where should I add in my first comma? You're right, I should add it after talks. And then I should add another after laughs. And I just separated the 3 items in this series, talks, laughs, and relaxes. Okay, so I just went over this strategy with you. Now I want you to go back and check your answers for 3 through 9. And if you didn't use this strategy or you were feeling a little bit confused, redo your work and edit it so that you can practice using this strategy. Pause the video here and do that now. Okay, let's go over the rest of these. For number 3, villages, farms, forests, and lakes sweep past us. In this sentence, it's being described that certain things are sweeping past this group, us. So we need to think, what are the separate items that are sweeping past the group us? And the separate items are villages, farms, forests, and lakes. Number 4 is talking about something that is flying over the country road. So we need to determine what are the items that are flying over the country road, where there's a hawk, an owl, and an eagle. For number 5, our subject is the sun. So we need to think about what is the sun doing, or what is being described about the sun in this sentence. It's that it turns dark red, sinks lower, and finally disappears. For number 6, The subject we is encountering a driveway. Our items, or a series of items, are describing that driveway. It's describing the driveway as narrow, steep, and bumpy. Number 7. Our subject, Dad, is doing several actions. First, he finds the key, then unlocks the cabin door, then pushes it open. For number 8, our subject, I, is also doing several actions. They are dragging their suitcase, their pillow, and their fishing rod. Last, number 9. The subject here is we. We, that group, is eating hamburgers with several things on top of the hamburgers. We need to determine what are the items that are on top of the hamburgers. It's ketchup, lettuce, and pickles. That is the end of our worksheet for today. Now, you should be opening up your grammar exit ticket and completing your grammar exit ticket based on the work we did today. If you're feeling super confused and not really confident on separating items using commas, then you should make sure to check in with your teacher today and to get a conference, or to schedule a conference for another day this week. That's it for grammar class today. Whoops! How could I forget? Of course I have to tell you the secret code. So, the secret code for grammar today is computer. COMPUTER. Remember that your secret code has to be correct in order to access the quiz. So it's a good thing that you're still watching this video and you got the secret code. You have to put it in all lowercase letters. That means all small letters. Again, the secret code is computer. COMPUTER. Good luck on your exit ticket. See you tomorrow.